Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafter, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today we're going to make a card and we're using the Love From Lizi July 2024 card kit and it's called Sweet Summer. This is a beautiful kit. It is full of colour and full of product and I'm really enjoying crafting with it. So I hope you'll join me now as we flip the camera down to the desk and make a card together. Today's card is going to be an American A2 size card, and you can see I have everything here that I'm going to use to make this card. So the first thing I have is an A2 size card base. Now I've made this myself. It measures 8.5 by 5.5 and I've scored it at 4.25. My card is going to be a top fold card, and onto that I'm going to put a piece of red cardstock. This cardstock is from the kit and it measures 4 by 5.25. On top of that then I'm going to add a white piece of cardstock, and this piece measures 3.75 by 5 inches. I've used an embossing folder from my stash for this panel, and it's a Bubbles embossing folder that I have in my stash, and it's a made to surprise product. I've also got two lovely little tags here. I've cut these out in the red cardstock and again in white cardstock, and those tags are, let me see, they're here. They're from the October add-ons. Lizi is doing and has done nesting dies on her website, and she has tags, she has labels, circles, ovals, rectangles, hearts. She's a great selection, great price tag, and you know, you get a lot of dies for the money. So I've used these tags. I've used the 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's the 5th one from the middle and then the 4th one from the middle. And I'm going to put those two tags together, something like that, on my card base. So they'll probably sit something like that. But you know me now, when I go to assemble it, it might look somewhat different. Next, I've die cut out a lovely border in blue. This is blue from the kit, the cardstock, and I've used the die from this month's kit as well. That's going to sit underneath the tags like that, and then the tags, I'm going to pop them up on a little bit of foam tape. You can just glue them straight down if you like, but I like a bit of dimension on my cards, so I'll add a little bit of foam tape behind them. Now, I'm going to use one of the stickers in the sticker sheets that we got, and it's this lovely rainbow one here. I'm going to stick this onto the white tag, and it's going to be the focal point then on my card. I'm going to take the lovely little rainbows piece up here, the little banner, and I'm going to put that on the inside of my card just to kind of brighten it up and pull what's going on the front of the card to the inside of the card. So that's the stickers that I'm using. I've also got a happy die. Now this is from the Love From Lizi word and shadow dies, and it's this one here. I've die cut out the shadow in the navy cardstock, and I've die cut out the happy in white, and I've put those two together. That'll sit up here like so, and my rainbow then will be here. For the bottom of my rainbow, I wanted to have some clouds, and these are my little clouds that I've made. Now, if you have the Love From Lizi Rainbow Wishes die set, you can see it here. This was, I think it was part of the kit in January 2019. We got this pot of gold, our little gold coins that we could die out, and this cloud die. And I can't tell you the number of times I come back to this little cloud die. It's the only cloud die I have in my stash, and it's a really nice size cloud. I'm going to tell you how big it is. The width of it now is approximately, it's just under 2.5 inches. It's 2 3/8. And then the height of it from the widest is about 1.5 inches. So it's a lovely size die. But as you can see, my clouds are a little bit smaller. You can see them there. What I did was I took the die and I overlapped it on my clouds. And I kind of looked at it from the back. I wanted to make sure it would kind of nestle in nicely. So once I got the size that I wanted, I put that through my die cutting machine and I cut it out. So I cut 2 of these and then die cut out my partial cloud that I wanted. And these are the 2 that I got. I took a little bit of Distress Oxide in grey and went just around the edge. It's my silver lining, guys. But you don't have to put that on if you don't want to. But that's all I did, a little bit of the grey along there. And I list down in the description measurements and sizes that I can and the ink name as well. So that's what I use that little die for. And like I said, I would definitely recommend, if you don't have a little die for a cloud in your stash, this is a fabulous one. I'm not sure if it's on the website. Like I said, there'll be links down below, but I know Lizi with the new website and she's bringing back a lot of products. So if it's not there now, it may be coming back in stock, but you can use any little cloud die you have. And then for a finish, I've stamped birthday on this and I used the January 2021 stamp set. Now this set comes with dies as well. And I've just taken the birthday year. Now again, I've cut this stamp in half. They stamp beautifully together on a stamping block or in a stamping positioner. I just used a block and stamped the birthday, and I did it in a navy ink, and I used the VersaFine Clair Medieval Blue for that one. And for the clouds, I used iced spruce to give my silver lining around them. So now that's all the products we're going to need for our little card. What we need to do now is some gluing and assembly. I have my stamping done on my birthday. The only thing I'll need to put is a little stamped sentiment inside, and you can use anything that you have in your stash from the Love From Lizi sentiments. I'll probably take a little sentiment from my stash and pop that inside. So let's go ahead now and do some stamping and some assembly. I have my sentiment I'm going to use inside, and I had a little look through all my Love From Lizi stamp sets and I found this one, Hope Your Day is as Magical as You Are, and that's from the February 2024 Make a Wish card kit. So I thought that one would be perfect. There's also a great one here, Sorry I Forgot Your Birthday. So if you wanted to have a little birthday card, you know, with that sentiment, always a good one to have. You deserve the royal treatment and Make a Wish. I think those 3 sentiments are a brilliant stash builder. So I'm going to go with Hope Your Day is as Magical as You Are. And I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair Medieval Blue. That's the ink that we've used on our birthday sentiment that's in the cloud or on the cloud. And this stamp has been used before, so it's been seasoned. So I'm just going to allow the ink to transfer from my stamp down onto my cardstock. And I let that lift up, and that's beautiful. Stamped perfectly. I hate when I see this stamp and just up and you're gone, and then they're back in inking again and stamping. So sometimes just take your time. There's no hurry. Enjoy the process, as it were. So that's our sentiment on the inside stamped. I'm going to allow that to dry, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the front of the card now. So I have all my little bits and pieces here. It's just a matter of assembly. I'm going to use my Kalal glue to glue down my embossed. Now we could always embellish this with a little bit of blue ink around the outside if we wanted, but I'm going to keep this part clean and go with it just being in the white. I think we've got a lovely colour going on here between the red, white and the blue. I think if you're American or English, these colours, you know, are right up there. But also I think this would be a great card for a masculine make as well. I mean, I know we've got the rainbow on it, but I don't think it's too feminine. Like, I'd be happy to give this to a guy or a girl. And I think that's the great thing about making some cards, having them so that they can go to anyone, you know. Okay, so I'm going to put my rainbow on here straight if I can, but you know I'm the queen of wonky, so it fits in there just lovely, just lovely. So now, and that is going to go on here, and like I said, I'm going to add a bit of foam behind this, and I'm going to add a little bit of foam behind my red tag as well. I'm going to pop that down. And like I said, I do like to mention on my cards, but you don't have to. You could just glue these one down on the other. Now we could put them at a jaunty little angle like so. I like the idea of that being at an angle and this one being straight. So I think I might do that. Yeah. And that then can sit down there. Now we can add a little foam to this as well if we want, which I'm going to do because it'll lift it then off our border that I'm going to put flat down on the card. And before I put that down, I'm going to add my little border. Now I could use my Collal glue, but I'm going to use a little quick grab glue for that. Make sure it's turned up the right way. And then I'm just going to add a couple of little spots onto this die cut. And we'll add that down. And I cut off the little extra pieces that were hanging over the edge. So that should work nicely there now. Perfect. Okay. So next I'm going to add my birthday on here. And I was debating putting it like that, but I do like the idea of having it over the top. And because this white tag is raised up, I need to add a little bit of foam under my little cloud. So I don't think I'll need too much. Yeah, that should be enough. So I'll put a little piece at the bottom. And then we can sit this up. And I don't want it too high either. So I think I'll just sit it there. Now I want to ensure that this is straight, so I think what I'll do is I'm gonna pop this down onto my panel, and then it'll be easier for me to put my little cloud on, because I don't want my birthday sentiment that's on that little cloud to be wonky. So I'll take off the release paper. And I'm focusing on my rainbow being straight. I'm going to stand up and look down on that. The concentration. Now I know that's straight. I can focus on my birthday sentiment being straight. I think that is straight there. I can also put a little drop of glue just under there, so I know that'll tack down. My happy is going to go up here. I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on the back of the H just to give it a little bit of support. The rest can be stuck down onto the white tag there. So it's all about the foams today, the foam tape. So I'm going to stick my little happy on there. And again, I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom of the sentiment because I know that will stick onto my tag. So we'll pop that down over the top. And now we'll pop that on, and it won't be wonky now. It'll have the 2 layers of foam there, which will balance out the 2 layers of foam on our tags. So lovely. We have lots of dimension and layers. It's nearly like a decoupage piece. I could also add a little piece of foam under the Y. So the little pieces that I have cut off, I will join those together. So this is a bit fiddly, but I don't mind this kind of thing. So I'll stick those 2 together there. And then I can take the backing off both of these. And again, sometimes it's handy to use the scissors. And I can put that just behind the Y. And then I know that will stick down as well. So now the happy is stuck down. It's glued onto the white tag, and it's also stuck down with the 2 layers of foam tape there. So I'm delighted with that. I have my other little cloud here, which I'm going to add on. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'll just add a little bit of foam to the back of that one. So I have a little piece of doubled up foam, so that'll sit down on my embossed piece. And then all I need is a little bit of glue on the cloud itself, where it'll be stuck onto the tag. Like so. Lovely. That's so sweet. So we have our happy birthday, and we have our rainbow, and I'm going to use my Twinkles. We have these lovely Twinkles that we got in the kit, so I'm going to add some of them around the embossed panel. And then what I can do is we can stick this down onto the front. So the easiest way to get your little Twinkles off is to curve it up and they pop off. Oh, look, that one came off all by itself. There we go. So I'll add one little twinkle down there, and I have another little twinkle here, and that just brings a little bit of glitz and glamour to our piece. I have 2 twinkles there now. There we go. So I'll add that down and make sure it's straight. And then I have another one here, just caught onto the nail. I think I'll add a little one onto there. And I want to make sure it's straight. So that's 3. So if I'm going to add more, I need to do 5 because we like the odd numbers. So I think I'll take a medium-sized twinkle and put that up here. And I'll take another medium-sized twinkle and put that under here. Lovely. So we have a little bit of reflection and sparkle from our twinkles. Love that. So now we have the inside of our card. I'm going to take one of our little banners. Now there's lots of different ones in the kit, we got a number of sticker sheets. If this is your first time watching these videos, there's actually 4 other videos. The links for those are down in the description. So we could actually put a little border running across the top. We've got these ones here. We could put a border across the bottom or across the top. I think I'll keep that. I like the idea of having the little tags. We have loads of them here. We have one here and one here, and I think I'm just going to use one, and I'm going to put that on the inside, just inside here. Now we could put it here. Ooh, I like that idea. We could put that there. Yeah, I like that idea. I'm going to go with that. I think that's very unusual. And I think I'm going to use the second one, and I'm going to pop that up here. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. So we're pulling our rainbow from the outside to the inside. So now let me just tidy up a little bit here. And we can now work on putting our front panel on. And again, for this, I'm going to use the Collal glue because I know when this dries, it'll be nice and stiff and strong and solid. So we'll put our glue on that. You could also embellish the happy using some of the Nouveau glitter pen or sparkle pen, one of those. So it's just a matter of sitting that on there now. And that's the great thing about having a liquid glue. It'll give you time to make sure it's on nice and straight. And I'm going to use my sparkle pen. I have a Nouveau Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and the great thing about these sparkle pens, whichever one you use, check, because you might find that the barrel actually unscrews. And if it does, you can use, you know, a syringe that you would use to give a child medicine. It doesn't have a needle on it. You can fill that with water and pop some water in there. Just regular tap water will be fine. Give your pen a nice good shake. And you'll find there's lots of sparkle in there that hasn't been used. So I'm just going to use the the top off of our foam. So I'll use that. I just want to make sure that my my liquid is coming out. I'm going to put this around the edge of our clouds so it'll give a sparkle, and I'm going to also add some to the little flowers, just the flowers on here. Center of that flower, center of this one, this little flower here, and this little flower here. You could put a gem on the center of that one or this one. And as well, we could add some to our happy. So I think I'll do that as I have it out. I don't know, I think this just calls for a little bit of sparkle and shine. Now, I love that. So there we go. There is our happy birthday rainbow cloud in all the colors, and we focused on red, white and blue today. We've got some dimension on this card, but like I said, you could just have it so that your card is a flat card for postage. Doesn't cost much extra here. And then inside I have hope your day is as magical as you are, and we have used products from our stash, our Love From Lizi stash, as well as from our kit. So I hope you've enjoyed my video today making this A2 card. And if you have, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget that there's links to the other design team members, to Lizi's website, to the Facebook groups, Lizi's one as well as my one, Your Cards and Crafts. And there's links down there to my Etsy shop as well. If you would like a little glue pin for your glue bottles, I make them and sell some on Etsy. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is our 5th card using the Love From Lizi Sweet Summer July 2024 kit. So until next time, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.